in the afternoon, evening. This changed and changed significantly. On the run is the athlete from Trinidad and Tobago here.
That's Paul, the leader in the competition. Another big jump from him. A 703 meter man himself, as mentioned, 693 already in the competition. Doesn't seem to get the white flag. Seems as if it's a foul for him in round number 2.
His first objective really is to match his season's best of 6.96. And 6.93, that's not very far away.
Now on the runway from Turks and Caicos Islands, that's Dylan Gardner, comes in with a seeded time, or mark rather, of 6.25 meters. Has a glance in the crowd. Turks and Caicos Islands winning gold in the high jump last evening. Under 20 boys, Hall. The white flag goes up for Dylan Gardner of Turks and Caicos Islands.
Let's see what the distance looked like. It's a very interesting layout of these tracks here. In fact, the long jump pit is within touching distance from the spectators.
Makes it easier for the athletes to go across and speak to their coaches. Also brings the fans closer to the action. Not sure if that is a disadvantage.
Well, it's literally touching distance.
Unless you have loud shouts in the stands trying to distract an athlete, then maybe that becomes a problem.
Well, it really gives you a different feel when you're close to the action. Like 6.29?
6.29 meters for the man from Turks and Caicos Islands.
Came in with the season's best of 6.25, so he would have achieved his first objective. This is what you want to do, and then keep progressing. It's a man from Jamaica now.
Next competitor, 409, Talshawn Edwards, second in the triple jump. Second at the moment in this long jump. Behind the board, it seems, for Edwards. Gets the white flag. He'll be looking to go over 7 meters, which he has done. Edwards.
As he came into these meets here, the season's best of 7.20 meters.
Jumped 7.02 meters to finish second at champs. Seems to be 6.48 for Edwards.
Modest.
No improvement for him.
But so the brakes certainly don't have you get warm, then you have to literally cool down and then to start all over again.
Evonte Nimblet of St. Vincent and the Grenadines goes for his round 2 jump, so confirmation that Michal Paul did in fact foul his second attempt. So we have Coach Ford of Jamaica alongside some of his charges. Led his high school team to a 4th place overall finish at the high school championships, Immaculate Conception High. On the runway now, though, is Tevon Slater of Grenada. Was in that triple jump as well. Finished 7th in that competition.
Very modest season's best of 5.37, but it's all a learning experience. Young man he is. It's under 17.
Crowd happy to have put away most of the umbrellas for now. Sky is clearing up from our vantage point, which is good news for the rest of the morning session at least.
Well, there might be a meteorologist out there who is saying, I told you so.
Slater gets the white flag on his second attempt. His first round effort, 6.12 meters, has him in 6th position.
See, again, this is what you want. You want to see that progression. This is a big meet. You want to surpass your season's best. And he would have done so in his first jump.
So the mark about to be shown, 6.38 meters. So 6.38 meters for Slater. That moves him into 5th position.
It's the right trajectory.
Yes, improvement of 1 spot. Next on the runway from Barbados, Tyrell Clarke. Seeded mark of 6.61 meters. Steers down the runway. Now drives down it at full speed. Lovely on the board.
It looks like a foul jump. Let's see.
It looks good on the board, you know. The white flag goes up, so very good use of the board.
It is. And one would have taken some heart from the last Olympic, but the Caribbean did quite well in the field events.
Yes, certainly, as we see some fans from the Bahamas wearing blue today.
They really don't need much to get excited.
They had a fun time last night, I can tell you.
Oh, there's still a hangover from the 2 relay victories.
Yes.
And why wouldn't they?
So Tyrell at the moment had a foul in round 1, so 6 meters on the money. 6.00 meters for him. That puts him just about 8th at the moment in the competition. On the runway now, the final jumper for round 2, that's Kaiden Miller of the Bahamas. His seeded mark 6.57 meters. Hurries down the runway, gets the red flag, foul for him.
Yeah, big foul too it was. Called very early.
So he remained in 9th position.
Another Bahamian representative, and that's Pratt. He's up next.
So he has a seeded mark of 6.54 meters. Shia Pratt of the Bahamas. At the moment, he had a foul, 2 fouls as a matter of fact. So similar to Brooklyn Little last evening of Belize, he needs to make it or break it here, and he'll hope that it's the former. Another foul and he's out of the competition. To get into the top 8, he needs 6 meters or better.
Pratt is one of those multi-skilled or event persons. He was in high jump, wasn't he?
Not that I can recall.
Okay.
Heads down the runway. Behind the board, gets a safe jump. Will that safe jump be good enough? We'll wait and see. The white flag goes up for him.
He came in jumping quite well, 6.54, season's best. See what he brings to the table here at the end of the first round of jumping.
So the mark about to be shown for Shia Pratt. No improvement for him, 5.55 meters. So he'll exit the competition. Just not good enough. Maybe the conditions that mark just not good enough, as mentioned, to get him into the top 8.
Yeah, it's a wet track.
This man was in the high jump. Randall of St. Lucia. He's currently sitting in the bronze medal position with a best of 6.52 meters.
It's not unusual to have.
Behind the board again, safe jump for him. Not too happy though.
He would have missed the board completely. So it's not unusual to have jumpers doing both high jump and long jump.
Or long jump, triple jump, or long jump sprint hurdles.
Yeah. It's quite common actually.
So missed the medal. He was expected to medal in the high jump last evening, on the first day of competition. And not able to get that medal. Was 4th. He's in the bronze medal position now and want to at least stay there to secure a medal.
Yeah, one recall 3 years ago now, might have been 3 or 4 years ago, Javon Harrison coming out of the US and the NCAAs, and he had some difficulty deciding where he wanted to land.
Ended up doing both.
Ended up doing both.
6.04, as you said, Bernard, for Monroe, so no improvement for him. The 6.52 from round 2, sufficient to keep him in that bronze medal position at the moment, as we see Jarel Campbell next on the runway, the man from Guyana. They've been having a decent championships, and hopefully...
Oh, I would have thought they had a very good first day.
Very, very good first day. 3 gold medals. 3 very good gold medals. One had a record, the 4x4 mixed. Storms down the runway. Little behind the board. Gets out of the pit quickly. White flag raised for him. His mark registered so far has him in 4th position, 6.44 meters. Seeded mark. None coming in.
These are young men. Just as a reminder, you're looking at the boys long jump at under 17. Can I get a reading? Uh, 6.12.
The second of the 2 Guyanese on the runway now. That's Omari Welch. He's lying in 7th position with 6.06 meters. That's his best. Picture of focus here, trying to block out all the distractions. Omari Welch. Going is under 17 long jump final. If you're just joining our coverage here of the CARIFTA Games 2026, the 53rd staging of the CARIFTA Games, welcome to the broadcast. We had a slight rain delay, but we continue with the under 17 boys long jump. Again, just the tip of his toe making its way on the board.
And I tell you something, the scheduling of these events to have a showcase at this time, it's a good thing for the sport. It's not all about track. The field feel competitive. They have been doing well. And they're raising the flag. right across the world.
6.14 meters then for Omari Welch. He remains in 7th position, but it's an improvement on his previous best mark of 6.06 meters. As the camera pans on the leader in the competition, that's Michal Paul of Trinidad and Tobago. 6.93 meters is lead, done in round number 1. Had a foul in round number 2 with what appeared to be a huge jump as well.
I still think he remains the odds-on favorite to win this event.
So 7:03 at his best, Paul. Storms down the runway. Lovely use of the board there. They're going to take a look. Maybe a red flag. Said this last evening. The 2 times before now that I've seen the official go across to check the replay of the jump where the leg lands or the foot lands on the board, comes up with a red flag, and there he goes again. 3rd time in a row.
And the way it is done to ensure having a look on the camera. He came in as one of the favorites, and must be the pressure of Edwards that's getting to him.
Dylan Gardiner next of Turks and Caicos Islands. He's on the runway now. His best mark so far, 6.29 meters. He's in 6th position.
He's going in the right trajectory. He has been improving.
5.85, 6.29. Sprint hurdle semifinals. So under 20 boys, under 20 girls, and under 17 girls, under 17 boys. Appears to be a straight final as Gardiner runs down the runway. Behind the board once more. Flat on his stomach in the sand.
He didn't take the assist. And that doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. We also had the conclusion of the long jump in the girls' heptathlon competition. So it has been quite the morning so far, quite active. It's a short session. But at the same time, we have had a rain delay as well. The rain, for the most part, has subsided.
Here's Edwards.
Behind the board once more for Edwards. He won't be too happy with that jump.
It's quite unlikely it's an improvement on this 6.48. Let's see.
Getting sand on the official as well. He has a bright smile on his face though. I guess that's one of the things with the pit being so close to the stands and not a lot of space in between for officials to stand. The man from St. Vincent and the Grenadines now on the runway. He has 2 fouls in the competition. That's Evonte Nimblet. Is this a safe jump for him now?
It is. Very conservative jump.
7th in the triple jump final. Currently lying in 5th position. 6.38 meters is best. Behind the board again, Bernard.
Yeah. There seems to be a game of inches. Who can get closest behind the board? Not utilizing the assistance that the board gives. Not a usual thing to have jumping meets. It's easier to have a running meet here and there. Here's the athlete here.
Tyrell Clarke of Barbados. He's in 8th position. Only one athlete can leapfrog him at this point. He gets the white flag. Kaiden Miller of the Bahamas can leapfrog him. He needs to go beyond 6.14 meters. 6.15 or better, and he's in the top 8.
Yeah, we mentioned before that these jumpers tend to jump in pairs or triplets. Miller is a triple jumper also.
I see we going down south.
5th in the triple jump, Kaiden Miller. 6.43, his personal best. Seeded mark 6.57, likely wind aided or no wind indicated. Looks down the runway.
And this is to get into the finals.
It's a
foul jump, a big foul jump. So there's no improvement here.
So Miller ends with one legal mark, 5.89 meters. So we know our top 8 after 3 rounds of jumping in this under 17 boys long jump final. Michal Paul of Trinidad and Tobago, 6.93 meters, leads them all. Talshawn Edwards of Jamaica, 6.58 meters in second. Randall Monroe of St. Lucia's in third at 6.52 meters. Fourth, Jarel Campbell of Guyana, 6.44 meters. Fifth, Tevon Slater of Grenada, 6.38 meters. Sixth is Dylan Gardiner of the Turks and Caicos Islands at 6.29 meters. Seventh, Tyrell Clarke of Barbados, 6.18 meters. And eighth, Omari Welch of Guyana, his best mark, 6.14 meters. Those are the top 8. They'll be afforded a further 3 jumps in competition here in the under 17 boys long jump action.